there is one page, one full page, like an essay. I hope this is a question. Let me try to read this essay first. Can Bhante explain briefly the way to progress from lower to higher jhana? Okay. Now suppose you attain the first jhana. When you have subsided your hindrances, you have already developed your jhanic qualities. In the first jhana there are 5 jhanic factors. The jhanic factors, as I mentioned, in Pali, Vitakka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekagga. Vitakka, I said, are 3 kinds of thoughts. I don't agree with initial application of thought and sustained application of thought because they don't make any sense. But Vitakka and Sankappa are used synonymously. So what you find in Sankappa, you can apply to Vitakka as well. So what are they? Your thought of letting go. Thought of letting go is thought of renunciation. You have already renounced your greed as a hindrance. Greed is a hindrance. You let go of that greed. That is thought of renunciation. You have let go of our hatred, anger. And now you have, instead, you have metta, loving friendliness in your mind. When you let go of your anger, you let go of your thought of cruelty. These are the 3 very wholesome mental states called vitakka. Vichara means maintaining, sustaining the same mental state, not in words, not in concept, but just that very particular peaceful mental state you maintain. And then you have joy, because you have already overcome your hindrances, your mind is full of joy. You have happiness and you have concentration. Now, I'm giving you in brief, but because we don't have time to explain all these things in detail. And then all these 5 jhanic factors work like one team. They work in unison, together, as a team. And on the other side, we have hindrances. We have already suppressed the hindrances. Their place is taken by these 5 jhanic factors. Now, you are juggling with them now. In the jhanic state, you are holding all the hindrances at bay. You don't let them come, you have suppressed them. But your thought of letting go, thought of loving friendliness, thought of compassion and so on are not permanently settled. They are temporary attainment. And at the same time, hindrances are trying to invade the mind. So you keep playing with them, trying, holding very diligently, and it is very tedious work. So you lose the jhana. When one hindrance arises, you lose the jhana. Then you have to attain it again. Once you attain the jhana, you have to reflect it, and you have to attain it. You have to determine when to attain, how long you will be there, determine to get out of it, and re-attain it. This way you have mastered the first jhana. And still you can lose it because of hindrances. And as you are doing it again and again and again and again, the mind gets tired of staying in the first jhana because of this battle with hindrances. Then you lose interest in the first jhana because of this losing it. By the time you lose the interest in the first jhana, you are ready, your mind is ready to go to the second jhana. So, after attaining so many times, one moment your mind will lose interest in the first jhana and then it naturally glides to the second jhana and leave initial thought or vitakka behind and vichara behind. So you lose vitakka, vichara, both you don't pay any attention to them, you let them go. So now you are in the second jhana. In the second jhana, you have joy, happiness, concentration. And the joy also is very fragile, delicate. So every time you attain the second jhana, the joy being very delicate, you have to hold it with diligence, perseverance, you are going to hold it. And just like the first jhana you attain again and again, you master it, re-attain it, and then you lose interest in the second jhana. Then you let go of this joy which is fragile, and then the mind will be ready to go to the third jhana. And similarly, you lose interest in the third jhana, then the mind goes to the fourth jhana. This is how one goes from one jhana to the other. But the Vishuddhimagga explained that you have to attain the first jhana and get out of it and start all over again from scratch. It is just like climbing steps. When you climb steps, you climb the first step. When you want to go to the second step, do you come out of the first step to go to the second? No. You lift the foot from the first step and put it on the second step. I think this is the same way, in the same method we have to follow in order to attain from one lower jhana to high jhana.